Afternoon, YouTube. Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Got that dishwasher stripped. Stove's been stripped. Yeah. It's going on 4 o'clock. I think it's 3:45, something like that. That wind just doesn't quit. It's very, 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 very damp out here. Well, I'm plugging away at this thing. I just took the screws off of it. We know what's in these commercial buggers. That's where the water went in. That's where that goes in. Yeah. And a big water line go in. See? One there, one there. So there's an inlet and an out. Oh, that's the drain. Okay. That'd be the inlet. Yeah, water in. Okay. Drain remove. Oh, so it still might have water in it. I don't have any tools out here. All I did was unscrew the cabinet. Yeah. Looks like I got some extra work to do. They insulated the drain. Well, it'd be cold water going down the drain, I guess. You didn't want it to drip too much. Eh? There's the fan and a little radiator. I gotta get this cover off yet. I have it unscrewed, but I don't think it's good enough. I don't know what's holding this on there. Gravity. Oh, there's a screw right there. I didn't see you. Right there, no bugger. That's probably what's holding the shelf a bit. That's still not holding this part. Well, I'll get back to you and when I figure it out. How's that? That doesn't come off. Yeah, tossing it around, you leak a little oil out of the damn thing. And you wonder why I don't take these apart. That's just a little mess. There's my radiator. It's been beat up. Look like somebody always kicked it. Never had a protector, see? That's where the rad's shone through. So now, the rest of the stuff. The rest of the story. And I'm thinking that top part is stainless. Non-magnetic. Here's hoping. Yep. That's a good sized drain. I need a flathead screwdriver. Don't mind me. It's like 35 degrees out here. My nose is snotting. I could actually bring this in the garage. I was working in the garage earlier. Maybe I'll do that. Let me bring this in the garage. Okay, we're in the garage. I have no heat on. It's 4 o'clock. I trapped the dog in here. And she's not overly happy. She don't like being in the garage. But hey. Oh, shoot. Oh, baby. Let's see what we can do here. We can get any of this stuff on camera and not make too long of a video, you know. We shall try. Specialty screwdriver that I don't use for a chisel at all. I think those are brass. No. Yep. Brass screws. Good. I think they would be because they go into copper. Mind you, this is just a drain. This thing's got to be older than me. Bet it's from the 50s. What do you think? I think I'm right. I'm from the 60s. Born in 61, so that's as early of the 60s I'm going to go with where I was. I think this thing's older than me, so. This came out of a company that a buddy of mine works at. He's been there pretty much all his life. And he's just as old as I am. He's in the Harley Davidsons, German Shepherds, snowmobiling. Just a good time life. He's maybe on his second marriage, I'm not sure. I don't get into personal life with people. If you want to tell me about it, you go right ahead, but it's none of my concern. Well, this is quiet, eh? I don't hear no with this thing. Right, Mavis? You should appreciate that much. Jeez. Oh, there's a screw that holds the stainless steel thing on, and maybe you'd be too big. You are too big. Said no girl ever. I need a regular screwdriver. There's a regular one. Look. Ooh, it's a cheapie. Mastercraft. It's the store everybody loves to hate. It's in Canada, called Canadian Tire. Somebody was trying to explain, an American here in Canada was trying to explain what Canadian Tire is to other Americans. And I know most of you know exactly what it is. It'd be like an Ace Home Hardware, similar idea, carries the same stuff. They also have an automotive repair shop where they can pretend to fix your vehicle. You know? Ah, they're alright that way, I guess. The guys I've been there. Had almost no choice one time. My truck starter, many moons ago, quit working right in their parking lot. So naturally, it just happened to be, they weren't that busy. So I was able, that's what that drain looks like. There's where the screws went in, right there. They actually insulated it pretty good. I'm impressed. Let's see if I can get it uninsulated. Oh, yeah. Copper and brass. Don't worry, I'll show you in a sec so we get most of this crap off of here. There we go. Like that, see? That's copper, that's all brass. And soldered nicely on the bottom. So we'll cut the brass off right there, put that in the number 2 copper. Right, Mavis, we'll put that in the number 2 copper. That's where it's got to go. We'll clean up some of our mess. The screws are brass. But anywho, I'm not sure how this is going to come off. It's attached right here to the tap part. I don't have a flashlight in here. I think that would have come off, but okay, now I can see a little better in there. I'm going to cut it. It's going to be too hard to cut. I'll get the big guy out. This guy right here. Can you see in there? Well, it is copper tubing feeding the tap, I do believe. There we go. Nice one. What a catch. So, this is how. I'm not sure how to get that off. Well, it might unscrew. It might unscrew. It's got a big nut right there. Just like the guy holding this thing. You know? That might be how it comes off. I've never tackled any of these taps before, so. But that's all non-magnetic stainless, see? I can probably get away with throwing it in a stainless bucket like this but I'm going to take it apart because I want all the copper and brass. I imagine there's brass underneath that. So that'll be for another day. That item over there is already stripped. That guy was a pickup last night. So yeah, okay, this is the reservoir that held the cold water, I guess. What's holding you on yet? I took your screws out. Just got to get that out of the thermostat. I don't know if any of you guys realize it, but whenever you're dealing with a thermostat like that, that little sensor that they have running to the thermostat and inside, that generally lets the thing know when to come on and when to shut off. This is number 2 copper. Then you just pull it out. Doesn't look like it. Generally, fridges, freezer, anything that cools, water coolers, air conditioners, they all have it. Just scrape the top layer and you'll see it's copper. You throw it in your number 2 bucket. Where I'm headed right now with it. Or lose it. So other than that, this is pretty much what's left. The bucket that holds the cold water. Don't do anything with the thermostat. I don't know if there's anything in them. I've never tried, never took them apart. I just take that out, what you saw me take out. So, this looks like stainless steel banding. It's going to be a little trick. No, it's steel banding. Okay. Tin snips. I knew there was something around here that cuts these things. This is an old faithful pair. I don't know if Santa thinks I was good this year. One of my boys was asking what I wanted for Christmas, and I'd like a nice new pair of these because the spring doesn't always work. It stays closed on me. I'm trying to find a pair I used to have. I cannot find them anymore. It was designed to cut a straight edge. It had a big flat side on the one. I don't know what happened to that pair of heads. I generally don't throw them out. Like that one there, I think I put another head on it, like the cutting blade. Let me show you what I mean. See, there's screws that hold this together, and you can take it apart. I put a different head on here one time. Came off of another one that the handle was completely pooched. But the blade cuts. The blade is not bad. As you can see, there ain't really no chunks missing out of it, but the spring is not the world's best, and it doesn't always want to release. So that is why I'd like to get a new pair. Okay, where are you? Opening and closing on here. Right there. You're kind of glued together with some poop. Poop! Yeah, poop. There's poop in the water. There we go. Open says me. You know how it goes. Something like that, right? There we go. Look at that. Nice little coil. Stainless steel tank. Say that 100 times fast with a copper coil going around it. And that makes your water cooler. Now, I'm pretty sure the tank is stainless. We'll give it a little scritching. Looks like it. And about the tubing, oh, it's aluminum tubing. Wow, they used aluminum back then already? You cheap bastards. Oh, look at that slimy stuff coming out of there. Are you draining now? Yep. Well, it's coming out of the coil. Huh. No, it's coming out of the tank. Shows the last time it was used. More crap off of it. Huh. So, I guess I'm just gonna snip and that'll be the end of it. This is copper. That's copper. That's copper to a certain point. And it looks like it's aluminum. Oh, dirty dogs, eh? Aluminum, even back then. That's not nice. I don't know who made it. I don't know if it's American made, Canadian made, Hungarian made, China made. But I'm just gonna cut the copper parts off of it, right? That's what it looks like inside. So, exciting? I don't know. Was it worth 14 minutes of your time plus other bits of the video? Right, Mavis? I know you want out of here. So this is... Now you're starting to look coppery. Maybe it's my lighting. I got a new light put up here the other day. I'm going to pause you or shut you off. Pause you. And I'm going to put it on the grinder and see what it gives me. Just hang on a sec. Okay, I was wrong on the aluminum. This whole tubing is copper. I grinded it with the grinder. This thing is brass. That's copper. So the tubing is copper. The container is brass. Well, that's better. So yeah, I just got to get the copper off of here. I can just cut that and peel it open. They usually, normal water coolers, let's say the one in your house with a water bottle, that usually has a stainless steel tank in it. And the coil is wrapped around it. It's just surprising that this is brass. Like, is that what we were drinking out of? Is brass good to drink out of? You tell me. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. I'm not going to bore you any longer. That's the rest of it. You know what it is. It's a compressor with the rad. Copper and aluminum. I got to take the steel off of that one because it's got the steel on the sides. It's your typical radiator. So, and the motor for the fan. So, anyways, that'd be it. We won't hold you up any longer. Thanks for watching if you did this far. Have a nice day. Right, Mavis? Have a nice day. Sit. Hey, enough moving around. Thank you. On another note, when you do take these old girls apart, have an eye where the hydro hooks up. See that lovely spool of copper wire in there? I've noticed that a lot on these older ones. That wire is usually attached to here, just sitting there. Some of them will have it attached to like the side of the wall or something. Dishwashers will have that too, older models. That's a nice little, it's got about 10 feet of copper wire wrapped on that. So just giving you a heads up if you come across these. The way this is all hooked up is quite sophisticated. Anyways, I thought I'd attack it because I'm wanting to take a load of shred tomorrow to the scrapyard, and well, it's already going on 4:30 and I got nothing loaded yet. So, and I got these two items to throw outside, so I just quickly take this off and and I can add it. But anyways, that's the end of that. Okay, so you don't need to see what goes on there. The motors I'm going to be doing pretty soon because I'm running out of scrap, so we'll see what happens. And that stove I had, it had a couple pans in it. One's steel. I'm not sure if I use that pan or that pot. I want to do plug soup, and I will do a video of that. I want to do these big fat buggers, see how easy it makes them come apart. I usually use a Sawzall, go in between the blades, cuts into the rubber, and then they come out. But I'm going to try them with plugging soup. So anyways, there you go. Okay, 5 o'clock in the evening. Everything is in there. That is a heavy duty table. I'm hanging on to that. This I don't know what to do with. CAA waving to me. Don't know why. I don't know the guys that work there. But anyways, yeah, I'm hanging on to him. I don't know why. That handle's seen better days. He's got a good head on him. So he's just sitting there for now. So yeah, we are loaded. Well, we're squatting a wee bit, not much. I'm going to say 1,300 pounds. I'm going with a lucky 13. I called them up. They were closed, but they answered the phone. I'm making sure that they're open tomorrow. She says, yep, 8 till 12. I said, okay, I'm going to see you. Because otherwise, I wasn't going to load a trailer. I ain't going to have it sitting for a week and a half loaded. So, man, that smells good. You could only smell it. So, wife just took off. She's going out for dinner with her mom. No, I don't go to restaurants, so I'm a homebody. I have ham, bacon, and eggs, and toast, and chocolate milk waiting for me in the house. So as soon as I get my butt in there, but yeah. So, anyways, see, this ain't shred, so it's plastic, but they do have a nice heat sink in there, big hunk of extruded aluminum with a little fan. So that's why I picked them up. Otherwise, they're just garbage. And yeah, there ain't much shred there. Like I said, that air conditioner is an afterthought, so I have to bring it in the garage, see if it actually works. Because if it works, it's a good $50. I have no problem selling those things. So, and then that stuff there is aluminum. Don't look at the tray. I keep the trays. So, but there we go. Shred buckets. The small shred is empty. I don't know about the one in the garage. It don't matter. I have lots of buckets. So my blue boxes are empty. My garbage is empty. They took everything this morning. So anyways, that's a little update. I gotta get counting to those pop beer cans yet. Alcohol cans. Beer and whiskey. Something like that. Vodka. I don't drink that stuff, so it ain't mine. And that little can down there with the little palm tree, that's what the wife drinks. Palm something. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I had anything to drink. Beer going on 3 years. I got moonshine. 2 different types of moonshine. Jimmy calls the one type candy shine because it's flavored. I got bourbon whiskey. I got regular whiskey. I got booze in the house. It's just as easy to drink a pop. And then if I have to, I can drive. So anyways, on that note, have a nice weekend.